Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, but again, quite difficult today to have a good day with such a bearish market. As we can see, Bitcoin coming down as low as 30,000 today. I guess you could say we didn't reach 30,000 exactly on this last daily candle, or reached $30,018, but on this new candle we did have a wick down. We broke 30,000, we added to our position on Bitcoin, and right now we're at 30,800, getting a little bit of a bounce at the moment, but starting to come down right now, as we can see right here on the BTC-TA2 chart, getting rejected around 31,400, getting, not getting past this green resistance box at the moment, but getting very oversold on that daily time frame. And again, you could see how many red candles we've had in a row now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles. It, in my opinion, I think we are very due for a bounce in the markets. But again, don't get your hopes up, because I think that if Bitcoin does bounce, now I'm going to be very real with you guys. I think the highest I see Bitcoin going at this point is probably around 38,000, back to where we broke down from this major trend line right here. That is the absolute highest where I see Bitcoin going. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen in the markets. I'm just making predictions and based on probabilities what could be happening. And again, tomorrow we do have Joe Biden speaking on inflation. He seems to have some good news. Maybe he'll prop up the markets. Maybe we're gonna get a relief rally. Who knows? The bond yields reached 3.2% today on the 10-year. Absolutely insane, sending the markets, the traditional markets spiraling down. As we can see, the Nasdaq ending 4.2% down, the S&P ending 3.2% down, breaking that $4,000 level. Absolutely insane in the markets. It's very sad to see a lot of people that keep buying the dip for the long term on tech stocks, because boy oh boy, these tech stocks are just making 52-week lows. As we can see today, Rivian Motors going down to $22, a new 52-week low for, I guess you could say a new all-time low for Rivian Motors. Same thing for Roku and MicroStrategy. Boy oh boy, this chart right here is even worse than Bitcoin's at the moment, breaking down from this bear flag and absolutely capitulating right now, down to $219. But yeah, let's get back on Bitcoin, because man, we do have a lot of stuff to cover today. Bitcoin is bouncing at the moment, and I'm full disclosure, we're gonna go get to our Atom trade, because I actually went to eat dinner when the market was tanking, and I got liquidated on a very small position though, so I guess you could say it was 10% of our trading account, but still, that was mostly profits. So I guess we recalculated our profits, for we were up 84% on our trading account, now reduced down to a 70% gain, so a complete loss on our Atom trade. But it happens. It's part of the leverage game, especially when you trade these altcoins. These coins can move at an extremely fast pace, especially Atom. You could see Atom today on that daily candle, we had from $15 all the way down here was a 21% move, so absolutely liquidating all positions, even the 5x's. So that is pretty crazy right there. Again, we're gonna move on, live to trade another day, focus on our Bitcoin trade at the moment, which I think we are due for a bounce. We could take a look at the weekly. The weekly is looking extremely bad in my opinion, a 26 and a -5, so getting very, very bearish. And maybe this is, maybe I was right about calling Bitcoin crashing. Sorry, oops, let's go fix this right here. But maybe I was right for calling for Bitcoin to crash, to potentially a 50% correction within 4 weeks of crossing in a red money flow. As I said, oh my god, what's wrong with me today? As I said many times before, we could see right here, when we crossed in that red money flow, it took us 12 weeks to crash 50% towards the downside, crossed into the red money flow, and we crashed another 50%, but this time it took us 8 weeks, so a 4-week reduction from the previous cycle. Taking that into account, a 4-week reduction would bring us down to from 8 weeks to 4 weeks. So a 4-week, maybe we are going to bottom this week. Maybe we do have some significant news coming out this week on Wednesday. The inflation data is going to be coming out. So, and tomorrow we have Joe Biden speaking, so maybe we are going to get a rally tomorrow in Bitcoin, back up towards the upside, maybe around 34,000. We're going to see some resistance. Maybe we go as high as 36,000. Who knows what's going to happen? But maybe we do get a rally from the Joe Biden speech tomorrow. and then after that, you know, maybe the CPI numbers come out, and then it's full on capitulation in the markets, because right now they are expecting that inflation comes down to 8.1%. So they are thinking that inflation's topped out now around 8.5. In my personal humble opinion, I don't even think we are near the top for inflation. I still think we have a lot of ways to go. I think we can get around to 10 to even 12% inflation in the tradition, like in the economy, before we start to see it slow down. But by then, you know, the Federal Reserve will have to raise interest rates so high, the markets will completely tank. But you know, let's be real, they won't be able to raise the rates. And honestly, it's only a matter of time before the Fed steps in and, you know, lowers rate back to zero and props up the traditional markets once again. And that's when you're going to see them fully give up on their inflation battle. But when is that going to happen? I don't know. Right now, we can see that the Dow Jones at 32,000. Maybe when the Dow breaks 30, they're going to capitulate and just give in to the inflation fight. Because if they do raise the rates accordingly, because if you have 8.5% inflation, you don't fight it with quarter point rate hikes. You do it Paul Volcker style, like in the 80s, and you raise you raise the interest rates to 10-12% to fight inflation at 8%. But we all know that the economy cannot handle a 10% interest rate. Imagine what would happen to mortgages, right? Housing, everything would start to implode. So that is the reality of the situation that we are in. And what you can do to protect yourself is buy scarce assets like gold and silver and commodities, real value stocks, you know, dividend paying stocks. But again, in my opinion, you know, the Fed is not going to win this battle. This is one battle that they will not win. Moving on, let's take a look at some cryptos right now. Let's take a look at Solana coming down to $66, coming back up, getting rejected at $66. Our next support level could be around $57.40, but in my opinion, I'm not really looking into getting into any other altcoins at this point. I think we're going to focus on Bitcoin, because that is going to be the leading one. That's going to be really moving the markets. Luna, absolutely crazy day on Luna. As we can see, getting a correction down from $64 all the way down to $30, a 52% drop in a single day on Luna. As we can see, their stable coin, Terra USD or UST, you know, their symbol UST, their stable coin absolutely unpegging from their $1, coming as low as 68 cents, losing, you know, how much of their value? Like 19% at this point right now as I'm speaking, but they lost over 30% of their value today on the stable coin. It is absolutely insane right now. You know, Luna is starting to rally a little bit, but I would not get into a trade at this point. You know, it is a coin flip again. Like Paul said, he's buying it, but not on leverage. You know, it pumped 45% from $27 at this point. But you know, this pump, it could be short-lived. Just be very, very careful. Let's take a look at Atom. Atom, in my opinion, you're going to see some major support probably coming around $9 to maybe potentially $8.70. I believe last time I measured it, or $8.90. So in my opinion, not going to be looking to get into any other trades at this point. If you guys are in the Discord and you're still in some trades on Atom, and you're still, you know, in some slight loss, probably not a slight loss at this point, then you can decide to close your trade or ride it out. Depends on what Bitcoin's going to be doing. But for the time being, I'm out of that trade. And it's been posted on my profit and loss history. I'm fully transparent when I make my trades. If I take a loss, it will be posted there, so you guys can take a look at it over there. Again, let's take a look at Aave. Aave, today we canceled our order. Again, not confident in what the market was doing today, and honestly, probably should have closed some other trades as well, but that's okay. We're going to move on and trade on and stay level headed. Next major support I could see for Aave could be coming around these levels right here, which we probably just tagged or got pretty close to tagging. As we could see, you know, it was resistance here. Once we broke out, we came back and retested as support. So that's what would be my next target for Aave, which would be around, let's take a look right here, around $95.30. But again, not really interested in the altcoins. But for you guys, I'm going to do some analysis and be very kind. Also, we're going to take a look at gold and other commodities and stocks later on, but for now we're going to finish our cryptos. And let's take a look at XMR. Actually, XMR today coming down to our target at 177.50, but for the time being, I'm not in any trades on this. You know, I was looking at this level for quite a while, but you know, after seeing what happened to Bitcoin today, that big market correction, not really interested into getting into any coins at the moment. Let's take a look at MATIC breaking major support at $1.01 basically, or basically $1. Next major support you're going to be taking a look at is around 65 cents. After that, you could possibly take a look at 53 cents from this previous high. But again, if the market corrects and we do get a 50% correction in Bitcoin, or sorry, an 80, you know, a full bear market capitulation, then you don't really want to take a look at altcoins. You want to buy altcoins in the bear market. Sorry, at the bottom of the bear market. We are nowhere near the bottom of the bear market, in my opinion. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Oh, Chainlink, nothing really interesting. Again, seeing some support, trying to look at some support around this level, but again, not getting any at all at the moment. XRP was a level I was looking at around these two lows right here, showing strong support, but breaking it and now retesting, getting close to retesting it as resistance. So you might even start to look at some shorts. But again, let's see what happens to Bitcoin overnight. Maybe we get back up to 32,000. Who knows what's going to happen? That previous high of 33,000, we might get up as high as there and then retest as resistance and continue or move down. But honestly, I think we are overdue for a bounce on Bitcoin, and now we're starting to come into some major support, which I'm going to outline right here. Once again, 28,800 is a line in the sand. That is the very last line of support that we can see right here before this big gigantic air pocket of no trading volume. This is going to be a steep drop all the way down here, a 31% drop. So potentially your next level of support for Bitcoin is going to be at the previous all-time high, around 20,000 or $19,791 if you want, but basically 20,000. You might see a tiny little bit of support coming around these levels right here when we saw a little bit of a top for a few trading days. But again, I'm not confident at all in that support holding. We're just gonna have to see what happens. But overall, a very rough day in the markets. Again, traditionals absolutely getting destroyed. Nasdaq not holding this line. Like I said this morning, if we start to break this line, I said we're going to hell. But really right now we are trying to hold this previous low as support, but honestly things look pretty bad on it, in my opinion. Gold right here looking quite good, a very tasty buy in my opinion. Gold is going to be the asset class that's going to be performing in 2022. I have already bought $5,000 of the MNT today, so starting to load up my bags on gold. Again, in my opinion, this looks like a big cup and handle pattern right here, and eventually when gold starts to come back up and breaks its previous all-time high, you're probably going to see it go as high as 2,500. But really what's going to be happening is that we're probably going to have to go back on a gold standard due to this immense amount of money printing. The US is going to have to do something, and there's not enough gold in the Federal Reserve, or I guess you could say Fort Knox, to back up all the money that they've printed. And when you have that to happen, the only thing that you can do is raise the gold price. So gold is gonna have to start mooning like crazy, and that's when our investments on gold miners, silver miners are going to start to pay off. Again, it is a long game in stocks, and you know, you want to be patient. And what you don't want to do is buy things that are really like detached from reality, like all these tech stocks right here. In my opinion, they will be starting to come down. And Tesla, apparently once it gets to around $510, Elon Musk is going to have a margin call on his loan to buying Twitter, which could cause a capitulation in that market as well. So just be wary of what's happening in Tesla. Again, a beautiful top right here from this pattern that I was talking about many times before, and now it's just full on capitulation right now. So overall, not looking too good. All assets are selling off now. It doesn't feel that great, to be honest, to be correct about a market correction, because all the people that are around you start to lose money, and it doesn't feel that good. Anyways, guys, you have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening. Love you all. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. You already know, once we get to 10,000 subscribers, we're gonna do that $1,000 giveaway. Again, what's gonna get to $10,000 first, or 10,000 first? The Bitcoin price or me? Anyways, guys, love you all. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.